Very good morning, students. So, this is the third part of this chapter, solar radiation, heat balance, and temperature. So, today we will discuss about the topic spatial distribution of insolation at the Earth surface. Okay, so insolation is the amount of solar energy received by Earth, and the insolation receives at the surface varies from about 320 watt per square meter in the tropic to about 70 watt per square meter in the poles. So it reduces to the poles. Maximum insolation receives in subtropical area because they lie in the high pressure latitude. Due to this, they are cloudless, clear sky, though uh, though we can see in the mid part, in equatorial part, we can see low pressure. Okay, so insolation is maximum at the equator. It is a low pressure area, and during the daytime the rate of evaporation is high. Most of the time sky is covered with clouds, right? So subtropical area, I'll show here. Suppose this is a air earth, and this is equator portion, and this is the area. This is subtropical region. Okay, this is tropical and subtropical area. This is pole, north pole and south pole. Okay, so students, next, heating and cooling of atmosphere. Now next we will discuss this topic, heating and cooling of atmosphere. So there are different ways of heating and cooling of the atmosphere. So firstly we will discuss here, students, about the terrestrial radiation. Students, when the earth's surface to being heated up with the insolation, that is in the form of short waves coming from the sun, it becomes a radiating body. The earth's surface starts to radiate energy to atmosphere in the form of long waves. This is called terrestrial radiation. Okay, now next, okay, through the example I'll show, through the diagram I'll show you. This is sun, okay, and this is our earth. Now here we can see this is the vertical sun rays insolation, and this is slant rays. Okay, now how it affects on the earth. Now what will happen here? Now these long waves, okay, and through this the earth started heated, and here we can see the earth surface starts to radiate energy to atmosphere. Okay, through this clouds we can see in our atmosphere, different gases we can see in our atmosphere, right? Next is conduction. Students, in conduction you have to read this chapter, students, each and every one, each and every words you have to read. Okay, now conduction, earth heated by insolation transmits the heat to the atmospheric layers near the earth in long waves, right? The air is contact with the land heats slowly, and upper layer in contact with the layer also get heated, which is called conduction. So it takes place when two bodies of unequal temperature are in contact with one another, and there is a flow of energy, warmer to cooler body. So the process of vertical heating of the atmosphere is called convection. Okay, this is another word, convection and conduction. So which I already told you in the previous chapter. The heating process of land part and the heating process of water part, it is different. Okay, next is advection. Advection is a, student, suppose there are 2 points like uh, A and B, and A is high pressure and another one is low pressure. Okay, one have high pressure and one have low pressure. So temperature low and pressure is high, so there is transform of heat moves to horizontally with high to low. Always it happens to pressure whenever temperature is high, so here we can see low pressure. Okay, if the temperature is low, so here we can see high pressure. Don't be confused in this condition. Okay, so in model latitude, mostly the diurnal range of temperature is high. Okay, diurnal mean different structure of day and night. Okay, this is called advection. Alone during summer season in northern India, local winds called Lu, and especially in the plain area we can see in summer season the local winds blows in this area which is called Lu, and the main reason behind it, that is advection process. Okay, and the advection process we can see in the, especially suppose this is our earth, this is like I just make, this is our, I'll try it to draw again. Okay, and this is our so in, especially in this area we can see local winds blows in this region, and this called Lu. Okay, so it happens through this process which is called advection process. Okay, now students, next is heat budget of the planet Earth. Heat budget of the planet Earth. So Earth maintain its temperature. Okay, and this can happen when Earth receives the amount of insolation from the sun equals the amount lost by the Earth through terrestrial radiation. This process is called heat budget. You only remaining part of heat reaches the earth's surface, roughly 35 unit reflection reflected back to the space. So here we can see, I'll just draw a diagram here. Okay, so through this you can understand, suppose this is our earth, this is our earth. Okay, and here is the sun. Now its rays, this is sun rays, and here we'll get 100% 100% insolation. But exactly the earth receives 100% insolation? No, we are getting 65%. Okay, but some of the heat convert into vapor and all, so here we can see 35%. Okay, so I'll explain it. The earth's surface roughly 35 unit reflected back to space, right? Out of this 25 unit moves back. Now from this 25 moves back top of the clouds, right? So 2 units from the snow and ice covered area. अब इसमें से भी 2 यूनिट जो है वो स्नो एंड आइस कवर एरिया में क्या हो जा रहा है, कवर कर दे रहा है इन एरिया को. एंड द रिफ्लेक्टेड अमाउंट इज कॉल्ड, जितना भी रिफ्लेक्टेड अमाउंट है इट इज कॉल्ड एल्बेडो. ओके, व्हाट डज इट कॉल? एल्बेडो ऑफ द अर्थ. सो व्हाट इज एल्बेडो? It simply defines as a measure of how much light that heat the surface and reflected being observed, कि कितनी जो है लाइट, सनलाइट हमारी अर्थ ऑब्जर्व कर रही है और उनमें से भी कितनी जो हीट है वो ऑब्जर्व हो रही है. ठीक है, कितना वो रिसीव कर रही है ऑन द अर्थ सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ. सो रिमेनिंग 65 यूनिट ऑब्जर्व इज एटमॉस्फेयर. So जितना भी remaining 65 है, which I written here, 65 unit observe is atmosphere, and 51 unit in the form of terrestrial radiation. So terrestrial radiation क्या है? I explained it in the previous in this topic only, in this part only. So this happened during night. Out of this, 17 unit are radiating to space, is directly under remaining 34 unit observing in the atmosphere. Now breaking up of 34 unit would be 6 unit observes directly to atmosphere, and 9 unit through convection, and 19 unit to latent heat. So latent heat I will explain in the next video, students, what is latent heat. So now we can say total 48 units heat in the atmosphere, 14 units from sun and 34 unit from terrestrial units. Finally, their 48 unit moves back to space, so that total 65 unit receives from the sun. It makes a balance in this all units. So how we get again 65 by 17 plus 48? Okay, how we get 17 plus 48, 65. So this is termed as heat budget, and this explained why the earth neither warms up nor cools down. This fights the huge transfer of heat takes place, but there is variation in the earth's surface. Some part of the earth has surface surplus radiation balance, while the other part has defect. Now look at the figure. It depicts the latitudinal variation in the net radiation balance on the earth's atmospheric system. Okay, there is a, yes, here you can see in this diagram. So what you can see here, students, on this diagram you can understand it easily. This figure shows that there is a surplus of net radiating balance between 40° north and south, and the region near the poles have defect. Okay, north and south, you can see here this portion has shows this north portion and south portion. So the surplus heat energy from the tropics is redistributed whole world, right? And as a result, the tropics do not get progressively heated up due to accumulation of excess heat, or the high latitude get permanently frozen due to excess depict. So in this way heat distributed in the atmosphere. Okay, now students, if you have a problem to understand it, so I'll just draw up another here like this. So this is the area, okay, and here you can see, I'll just try to draw it like this. This is the surplus. Okay, so sun rays reflects like this, and then here we can see solar radiation, and another is terrestrial radiation. So those two process works here, and according to this we can see in our earth it make a balance in the atmosphere. So in our earth some of the parts are cool, some of the parts are very hot, but it makes balance between it. Okay, so thank you so much, students. Watch this video again if you have problem to understand it.